Taylor Swift is here.
It's not every day the husband gets to interview his wife's love interest in a film. It's kind of crazy.
Your best quality? That's hard. You have so many great qualities.
Yours is that you're super pretty.
You know, I've been meaning to tell you this for a while, but probably about 15 years.
It looks super. Are you touching your...
No, I thought I dropped something right there. But
Take it from here.
I think this is a superhero film.
Sorry. Sorry, Ariana. Thank you.
You see the car at all? One's over there. Yeah, big car.
Celebrity couples, you either hate them or love them, but we're gonna hate them just for today. Just kidding, relax, just analyze it, girl. Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck's relationship is finally over. But was there more to the relationship than we knew? Apparently there are rumors going around that Ben cheated on Jen, and that could have been the reason for the downfall of their relationship. Ben has been spending time with Robert F. Kennedy Jr.'s 36-year-old daughter, Kit Kennedy, amid his divorce from J.Lo. A Hollywood insider tells Page 6 that they've been spotted at the Polo Lounge at the Beverly Hills Hotel and other hotspots. Now, the nature of their relationship remains unclear, as Kit declined to comment, while Ben's reps did not immediately respond to Page 6's request. Now, these sightings have definitely raised eyebrows, especially after J.Lo's reason for the filing became public. Now, J.Lo waived spousal support and asked the judge to deny Ben support when she filed for divorce on Tuesday, August 20th in the Los Angeles County Court after 2 years of marriage. According to documents obtained by us, J.Lo filed pro per, meaning herself without an attorney, and listed the date of separation as August 26, 2024. Now, in addition, she petitioned to drop Affleck from her last name and cited irreconcilable differences as the reason for their split. Now, sources have told the New York Post that the breakup has also affected J.Lo's kids, Max and Emmy, as Ben has not been in contact with them. So is it possible that he cheated and now the kids hate him? That is very possible. Now, would it be shocking if Ben cheated? No, not really, as he's cheated in the past in other relationships. You see, Ben and Jennifer Garner started a relationship and got married in 2005. They had 3 children and likely had a perfect family until their nanny, Christine Ozorian, claimed that she and Ben had an affair. In 2015, sources told Page 6 amid reports of Ben's gambling and alleged cheating with other women that Jennifer and Ben had drifted apart and he had been in professional therapy for years. Now, the split was announced the day after their 10th wedding anniversary and they finalized their divorce in 2018 but remained on good terms. Now, of course, Ben denied the rumors, with a rep for Ben saying the story was complete garbage and full of lies. However, later in a conversation with Vanity Fair, Jennifer Garner confirmed that yes, Ben had an affair with their nanny. She said that there were lots of reasons for the split, but this was definitely not something you can ignore. She then went on to say, "It's not great for your kids for a nanny to disappear from their lives. I've had to have conversations with my children about the meaning of scandal," she said. Now, in the same interview, the actress also noted that no one needs to hate him for me. I don't hate him. Certainly we don't have to beat the guy up. Don't worry, my eyes were wide open during the marriage. So yeah, it wouldn't be a surprise to most people if he was cheating again. And I mean, I think it was pretty clear that Ben was not happy in his relationship with J.Lo. First, there were the rules that she had for him. Now, Jen is particularly wary of female flight attendants, as her ex Mark Anthony cheated on her with one, so Ben was banned from being on a plane with female flight attendants. And then, before the pair got married, she allegedly declared that the actor had to be in the best physical shape. Now, after the couple rekindled their relationship, Jennifer put Ben on a strict diet and workout regimen. When they first started dating, Ben was up at 5 a.m. hitting the gym with J.Lo, a source revealed. He had stopped doing that now, and J.Lo told him that that was unacceptable. She expects him to pick up the slack and wants him working out every day and eating right, no excuses, a source told The Star. Another rule that Jennifer has, it has to do when it comes to Ben's drinking. Now, Jennifer is not a fan of drinking and smoking and has always had a 3 drinks per day limit regarding alcohol, but it was reported that the rule has changed completely to no drinks due to Ben's past addiction to alcohol. Now, honestly, I feel like this is a pretty good rule, but the other rules are super controlling, but this one makes a lot of sense. Now, these and the other rules she had for him were really demanding, and with having his behavior controlled like this, I could see why he would want to step out of the marriage, but at that point, he just should have gotten a divorce. Now, it seems like Jen was always a little suspicious of Ben, as when the pair first came together, a prenup was allegedly on the table. It was claimed that their original prenup not only protected their assets, but protected their relationship from infidelity. The contract stated that the pair were able to keep both of their money, except if Ben cheated. If he stepped out, it would effectively nullify their prenup, putting his fortune at risk. But the two never made it to the altar, so the alleged prenup never had to take effect. But now it's been claimed by OK Magazine that when the pair wedded in Las Vegas, they didn't tie up their assets. According to a source, Jen's love for Ben was so unconditional at the time that she didn't see a prenup as necessary. So we'll just have to wait and see how the money situation works out between the pair. Now, just a few months before rumors of a split, Ben shared insight into his and Jennifer's very different approaches to privacy during her documentary of her new album that she wrote that she was inspired by Ben with. I had a very firm sense of boundaries initially around the press, while Jen, I don't think, objected to it in the way I did. Expressing how the massive amount of scrutiny they faced was a catalyst for the end of their engagement in the early days, Ben said he wanted to keep details of their private life more, well, private, after they rekindled their romance in 2021. Getting back together, I said, "Listen, one of the things I don't want is a relationship on social media," he added. And then I sort of realized that's not a fair thing to ask. It's sort of like you're gonna marry a boat captain and you go, "Well, I don't like the water." We're just two people with kind of different approaches trying to learn to compromise. Now, Page Six even reported in 2022 that Ben freaked out on their honeymoon in Paris due to the paparazzi bringing about flashbacks of why their relationship ended, the pressure of the media spotlight. He has never and seemingly will never give himself over completely to another person, they add. The kind of big love Jennifer believes in a sort of all-consuming devotion. Ben played along for a while and wanted to be a part of it, but it's just not who he is, the insider explains. But then J-Lo exposed their relationship even more, as in the documentary Jen said, "This book is a book Ben gave me on our first Christmas back together. It's every letter and every mail that we wrote each other from 20 years ago to today." Now, she highlighted one note that read, "The greatest love story never told" by Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck, 2001 to 2010 and counting. The couple got engaged at the end of 2002 but broke it off a year before calling it quits on their relationship for good in 2004. In the documentary, J-Lo also recognized Ben's unease about being in the public eye as a couple, especially given the intense media scrutiny they faced the first time around. "I don't think Ben is very comfortable with me doing all this," she said, "but he loves me, he knows I'm an artist, and he's gonna support me every way he can, because he knows you can't stop me from making the music, but that doesn't mean he's comfortable being the muse." Now, in the doc, Ben even made it known that he was uncomfortable. He said, "I did really find the beauty in poetry and the irony in the fact that it's the greatest love story never told. If you're making a record about it, that kinda seems like telling it." Now, Ben has also been open about his addiction to alcohol, as he first checked into a rehab facility in 2001, completing a 30-day residential rehabilitation program for alcohol abuse. He sought treatment for alcoholism on several occasions in the years since, getting professional help in 2008, 2017, and again in 2018 after his divorce from Jennifer Garner was finalized. Now, he briefly relapsed in 2019, but said he wouldn't let it derail him, admitting, "It happens, it's a slip." Now, that same year, the actor acknowledged that being an alcoholic is something that he deals with on a daily basis, saying, "It doesn't have to subsume my whole identity and be everything, but it's something that you have to work at." Now, since Ben's addiction has played out so publicly, it's become unfortunately common for fans to speculate about his health, particularly after he married J-Lo. For example, a video clip of Jennifer and Ben having a seemingly tense conversation at the premiere of her movie Shotgun Wedding went viral in January after fans suspected the pair were arguing over Ben's drinking. Now, the latter half of their relationship just brought up a lot of questions, since they were not spotted together and seemed to be avoiding each other as Ben moved out of their house. Then there was the rumors of divorce, and now it's official, but with rumors of Ben cheating, it's gotten even messier. Simon Cowell and Lauren Silverman met in 2004 while on vacation in Barbados, although Lauren was married to businessman Andrew Silverman at the time. Years later, Simon and Lauren quietly began seeing each other and in July 2013, people confirmed that the couple were expecting a child together and that the Silvermans had filed for divorce. In March 2021, paparazzi photographed Simon and Lauren arguing while strolling with their son Eric and their dog. Now, people passing by the couple reported that the X Factor judge had a face like thunder while the couple appeared to be arguing, resulting in Lauren walking away from Simon and the former American Idol judge crossing the street to walk on the opposite side of the road while speaking on his phone. Now, this wasn't the first time the pair has been caught bickering in public, as they seem to have been having a furious dispute inside a vehicle in New York City in September 2013. Now, according to page 6, the pair were spotted arguing at the rear of the SUV with their windows down in broad daylight. Simon was seen with his hands in the air while Lauren appeared upset. Now, hours later though, the couple appeared to be okay as they strolled down New York's Upper East Side, smiling. In March 2016, singer Megan McKenna joined the reality series The Only Way is Essex. Now, previous to her joining the cast, she and her castmate Pete Wicks were rumored to have been seeing each other. Now, the couple started off their TV romance head over heels for each other. However, with both of them having a tendency to lose their temper, things headed south. The relationship and the failure of it became a major plot point on the show's 2017 season, and about a week after the couple's tear-filled split aired on the show, the pair took the drama to the streets, literally, in what the Sun described as an explosive role that threatened to turn violent. Although they were apparently shooting a scene for the reality series, things got out of hand, and production staffers eventually intervened and separated the exes, who were, at times, nose to nose, screaming at and manhandling one another. Now, although the reality stars just couldn't move past Pete's texting scandal where he was caught sending racy messages to model Jackie Rhineland during his time with Megan, they did seem to end up on friendly terms. Now, on a cute, if not slightly awkward run-in during a 2019 episode of Celebs Go Dating, they even exchanged a kiss and briefly flirted. Courtney Cox and musician Johnny McDade had been dating since 2013 and took their relationship to the next level when the Snow Patrol singer proposed 6 months later. However, by November 2015, Cosmopolitan claimed that the pair had split because Courtney was determined to live in Los Angeles while Johnny preferred that they go to London. Now, while the couple renewed their romance in 2016, resolving to work things out and live on different sides of the Atlantic, paparazzi saw them bickering outside a restaurant in West London in August of the same year. Now, Courtney was photographed flailing her arms and appearing strained as the pair sat outside Granger & Co. in Notting Hill, London. Now, at one point she looked to be holding her head in her hands as things began to become more emotional, even turning her head away from her lover. Now, according to the Daily Mail, she gave Johnny quite the treatment before leaving the table, but they are currently together today as Johnny made an appearance at the revealing of her star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame that happened on February 27th, 2023. Ben Affleck and Jennifer Garner first met on the set of the 2000 movie Pearl Harbor, but were in separate relationships at the time. The pair then started a relationship and got married in 2005, and they had 3 children and likely had a perfect family until their nanny Christine Azoian claimed that she and Ben had an affair. Then in 2016, the pair got caught having an emotional moment inside a car prior to their divorce. The couple were snapped inside their SUV after dropping their 3 children at school when things got heated. Now, judging by the pictures that circulated online, Jennifer was seen frustrated as she made hand gestures throughout the argument. Now, at one point, she could be seen breaking down in tears inside the vehicle. Now, the reason for this? Well, in 2015, sources told Page 6, amid reports of Ben's gambling and alleged cheating with other women, that the pair had been drifting apart and had been in professional therapy for years. Now, their split was announced a day after their 10th wedding anniversary, and they finalized their divorce in 2018, but remain on good terms.
First, we have Chris Brown and Rihanna. Chris Brown and Rihanna were once Hollywood royalty at the height of their romance. The two first met as teenagers in 2005 while starting off in the music industry, and it was from that initial meeting that they continued to cross paths. Fast forward to 2008, and it was revealed that the two were officially dating, according to Hollywood Life. Everything seemed to be going well until that fateful night in 2009 when it was reported that Brown had physically hurt Rihanna. Chris Brown was arrested and eventually charged with felony battery. When the pair went to court in mid-2009, Chris pleaded guilty to the charges and was sentenced to 5 years of probation as well as community service and domestic counseling. Rihanna even filed a restraining order against the singer, which further shocked fans when the two tried rekindling their relationship years later. Next up, let's talk about Selena and Justin. Before Justin Bieber married Hailey Baldwin, now Hailey Bieber, and settled into his role as husband, the baby singer was linked to Selena Gomez for quite some years. Gomez and Bieber first went public with their relationship in 2011 after making an appearance at the Vanity Fair Oscars party. Since their relationship was super public, the two had a rather hard time keeping things just between them. There were many accusations of cheating, and many times the two constantly hurting each other, according to LA Times. In an interview with Zane Lowe in February 2020, Bieber admitted to being reckless while dating Selena. "I think I was just hurt from my previous relationship," Bieber explained. "I think I still was dealing with a lot of unforgiveness and all that sort of stuff. To be honest, I don't even think I knew what I was struggling with at the time. In my previous relationship," he says, "I went off and I just went crazy and wild, just being reckless," he added, speaking about his time dating Selena. Next up, we have Madonna and Sean Penn. Madonna and Penn's romance first started in 1985 after meeting on the set for the music video Material Girl. Both of them had just gotten out of relationships and first started off as friends. However, their platonic relationship quickly bloomed into a romantic one, and by August 1985, the two tied the knot on Madonna's 27th birthday. The relationship started off good, but eventually things started to get rocky due to Penn's unpredictable outbursts and temper. The actor had a major jealous streak and would often fly off the hinges when he saw other men getting close to Madonna. Eventually, Madonna filed for divorce in December 1987, later withdrawing the papers before filing again in January 1989. It's been rumored that the singer suffered years of mistreatment from Penn, which was believed to be the reason for their split. According to the Daily Beast, Madonna shut down those rumors in 2017, insisting the actor never laid a finger on her during their marriage. "I am aware of these allegations that have surfaced over the years, accusing Sean of incidents of physical violence against me," she says. "Specifically, I am aware of the allegations concerning an alleged incident that occurred in June 1987, whereby, according to tabloids, Sean struck me with a baseball bat. I know the allegations in those and other reports to be outrageous, malicious, reckless, and false." Next up, we have John Legend and Chrissy Teigen. Chrissy is known to be quite the handful, and fans believe John needs to get out of the marriage. John Legend has revealed that he once did try to break up with Chrissy Teigen years before they were even married, and her hilarious reaction: "I was really stressed and busy," John told The Guardian. "I was just like, I'd be happier single right now," and she was like, no. As she's known to do, Chrissy then took to Twitter after the story went viral to share a little bit more about the long ago incident. 11 years later, baby, she tweeted. "It wasn't a typical breakup," she continued. "He was on tour, his voice hurt, and he was being a whiny face about everything, and so yeah, I was like, no." Chrissy also revealed she was always jealous earlier on in their relationship. Appearing on Andy Cohen's radio show, the mom of four recalled she was so jealous and, quote, so unhinged when she and John were first together, admitting that she'd start arguments after his concerts, going to his shows when I was younger, like when we'd first met, and he would pull up a girl for the slow dance and we would fight about this at the end of the night, she says.
When it comes to Khloe Kardashian, I would say one of her most toxic relationships, in the sense that she can't seem to let go of it or escape it, and probably that isn't great for either party, is Khloe Kardashian's on and off again romance with Tristan Thompson. Throughout the years since 2016, the two have been together and have broken up multiple times. The worst part of this relationship is basically all the cheating that happened, and the fact that while it was happening, these two were having kids, trying to raise them. Tristan cheated on Khloe multiple times, sometimes even making her look like a fool in public when she was praising him just in time for a cheating or paternity issue to come to light in the press. Fortunately, Khloe has ultimately decided to move forward with her life. While the two do remain amicable for the sake of their kids while co-parenting, she has said that she is completely done in regards to pursuing or having a romantic relationship with Tristan at this point. Honestly, even though this next relationship sounds like it had a lot of crazy ups and downs and a lot of problems throughout it, this is a couple I've kind of always rooted for a little bit. And while today they're no longer together, I still kind of root for them today, separately obviously. Interesting. We're talking about Eminem and his ex-wife Kim Scott, often known obviously as Kim Mathers. The two met when they were both in high school. Kim was actually a teenage runaway and she was actually 13 when she met Eminem, who was 15. He immediately seemed to take a liking to her, and seeing that she needed a place to stay, he brought Kim home with him to stay with him and his mom. His mom also liked Kim and she wanted to help her out. She said that she saw Kim as a challenge, someone who she hoped she could make a difference with and make her life better. In 1999, Kim and Marshall were married, but previous to that, they actually had a daughter together, their famous daughter, Haley, who was born in 1995. Eminem and Kim have been married twice, but neither time worked out for them, despite them having an extremely lengthy on and off again romantic relationship together. Today, they are close friends who co-parent 3 children together, one of which is Kim's son by an ex-boyfriend, another is their niece, the daughter of Kim's twin sister who tragically passed away, and the third of course is Haley, who is now all grown up and actually recently got engaged. For a lot of people, the age difference as well as completely different vibes of these two made their relationship kind of a strange one. We're talking about Kim Kardashian and Pete Davidson. Honestly, I too feel this is kind of a weird pairing. I feel like these people have just like such different vibes, but hey, sometimes opposites attract, I guess. At the same time, I feel like Pete must have some kind of like allure to him or something. He's been attached to so many beautiful and talented women. What's his secret is the question. For Kim, she said that she was attracted to his sense of humor and just really loved that he made her laugh. Honestly, I feel like after Kanye, maybe this was a relationship that made sense when you think about it, because I feel like Pete is very different from Kanye West. I mean, this next one seems like it was an unhealthy obsession that may have happened on both sides, or at least on one of these two sides. We're talking about a fan favorite relationship, Justin Bieber and Selena Gomez. Initially, after they broke up, it seemed as though Justin could not let Selena go, and even expressed in interviews after their breakup how much he still loved her. Both accused the other of cheating after their breakup, but would years later come back together briefly in 2017 before once again going their separate ways. It was after they split up that Haley, who had dated Justin in the in-between times, Haley Baldwin, showed back up and stole Justin's heart, and then the two ended up being married later in 2018, only a few months after Justin and Selena had once more decided to call it quits. Khloe Kardashian seems to be stuck in a constant cycle of just like various bad or somewhat toxic relationships. One of the worst ones she was in was a few years back now though, and that would be her relationship with Lamar Odom. What made this relationship so toxic? Well, actually it started off not being super toxic, just being kind of, I think, a bit much for some people. It seemed to move a bit too fast for most people's tastes, for one, which really was only reflected back as being an issue later on in the relationship when they had some other problems. These two ended up getting engaged only after a few weeks of dating. I've been in relationships for years, honestly, and not been engaged, so for me, that feels like it would be moving really fast in terms of just like my preferences. So I'm like, wow, that's a quick engagement. But while it might seem like that engagement would be short-lived because, you know, of how fast things moved, these two still did end up getting married and were even together for 4 years. So honestly, impressive. Considering how fast they move, I'm just amazed by that. Tragically, the toxic ending for this relationship came from struggles with substance addiction on Lamar's side of things. This ultimately led to the end of their relationship, so it didn't end great, but at least they tried.
Ariana Grande shocked the world when she divorced from her real estate husband, Dalton Gomez, who I personally think looks a lot like Pete Davidson if he wasn't from New York, and began dating yeah, SpongeBob, well, at least from the Broadway musical Ethan Slater. And right away, the two began to get instant hate because of the rumored cheating that happened. And long story short, the two were in a different relationship and started hanging out and having double dates with their previous partners, and ultimately broke things off and ended up together. They've been quite quiet about their relationship, but one person who was Ethan's ex, Lily J, has welcomed their son back in 2022. But but a year later filed for divorce and began dating Ariana, and people have even compared Ethan to looking a lot like Ariana's brother Frankie. And let's take a look to compare, and let's take a guess on which one's Ariana's brother versus Ethan Slater. I'm gonna be completely honest, they look a lot like a different font of each other, or at least a mirror reflection. Well, if you guessed Frankie was on the left and Ethan was on the right, ding ding ding, you got it right. And one Reddit user wrote, Ethan is slightly more punchable, I think it's his bob teeth. That was not my words, but another user also wrote, they look like identical twins who have made a pact to look different from one another to little success. Like, I see the similarities and identical, maybe a little bit. Plus, others have been saying Ariana's been slowly morphing into Ethan, but I'll let you be the judge of that. And another celebrity couple that keeps getting in trouble is Kanye West and former Yeezy employee Bianca Censori. As controversial as Kanye is, this relationship just makes things worse, as many believe he is using Bianca like a prop in order to humiliate and get back at Kim. She looked a lot like Kim before dating Kanye, as we can see here. The hair, the style, the body, they were all similar. But once Bianca began dating the rapper, she completely changed her appearance. She's blonde now, has short hair, and many even noticed Kanye has completely changed her style, as she often wears sheer clothes that basically show off her entire body. And this couple has even gotten banned from a company in Italy after being photographed on their boat doing questionable activities, and that went viral. From the moment Selena Gomez made it public that she began dating Benny Blanco, the comment section went crazy. And they started to compare Benny Blanco to Pete Davidson, as they don't understand how he pulled such a beauty like Selena. And of course, beauty is suggestive, and months after hinting towards a new crush, it was finally confirmed in December of 2023. So first she liked the celebrity post page about the rumors surrounding her and Benny, and then the same account posted that Selena liked their previous photo, and Selena even commented facts to confirm she is indeed dating Benny. Plus, let's take a look to see what she added on her story. She looks all cuddly and comfortable, but I can't stop staring at his zebra shirt. There's so many zebras. And when people commented about Selena's new relationship, calling Benny words like unhandsome, Selena would defend her man and write back with, I feel bad for you. And in another comment, even added he's better than anyone else she's ever been with. So although many Selena fans are just happy she's happy, others are critical. But like Selena once said, it comes naturally when you're with me, baby. Gypsy Rose was sentenced to prison after being involved in her mother's passing and gained huge media attention as she was recently released, and some are happy for her because of the motives behind her actions years ago, as she suffered from Munchausen syndrome by proxy. But since she was released, her husband Ryan has been getting hate, and many have been comparing his looks to Gypsy's mother Dee Dee, as we can see in this photo. The two side by side are honestly quite similar, but she wasn't afraid to defend her love in his Instagram comments, telling him not to let the hate get to him because they're just jealous he's got a fire D. Her words, not mine.
At number 10, we have Billie Eilish and Jesse Rutherford. Billie Eilish has definitely been having a good laugh about the age difference between her and her rumored new boyfriend, Jesse Rutherford. Despite the pair being friends for years, the two have reportedly been dating in recent weeks, and neither have made comments to confirm their relationship, leaving the world guessing what's truly going on. While some people have been disgusted about the fact that the two have an 11-year age difference, many fans have come to support Billie, and they are finally happy that she seems happy with her new beau. While Billie and Jesse have decided to send a message about their age gap to critics by wearing a Halloween costume dressed as a baby and an old man, it definitely was met with some controversy, as it didn't sit well with many. One fan would even say, Billie is grown enough to know how weird and creepy this is, BTW. However, both seem really happy spending time together, so just let the two be happy and leave it at that. At number 9, we have Kris Jenner and Corey Gamble. Kris Jenner and Corey Gamble have been dating for the last 8 years, despite the pair having a 25-year age gap. Corey is 42, which makes him the same age as Kris's second eldest daughter, Kim Kardashian. With Kris being 67, the pair started dating back in 2014, despite minor breakup rumors starting in 2017. It was later rumored that the couple was engaged when Kris appeared on the Late Night Show in August of 2018, supporting a massive ring. However, Kris opted to eat a cricket instead of confirming or denying the engagement to Corey. However, despite any rumors since the two have been together, they have seemed pretty loved up, as they have appeared on red carpets, gushing over each other. Corey has been a major rock for Kris in her life, and he's been such an amazing support system for her. Not only does he have love for Kris, but he also loves her kids, and they love him. So that's all that matters. Hey my little peaches, are you enjoying this video so far? If so, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. At number 8, we have Beyonce and Jay-Z. Beyonce and Jay-Z first started dating back in 2001 before tying the knot on April 4th, 2008. Despite being 12 years apart, the two would go on to start a beautiful family that constantly goes on to break the internet every time Beyonce announces she is pregnant. When the two first got together, Beyonce was 26 and Jay-Z was 38. Since the two have gotten together, they've collaborated on hits such as Bonnie and Clyde, Crazy in Love, That's How You Like It, Deja Vu, and Upgrade You. Despite cheating on Beyonce, the two have gone on to work on their marriage, and they have shown everyone that age is just a number and that any family can be fixed as long as you believe in love and you work out your problems. However, Beyonce's album Lemonade definitely left us all shook when she called out Jay-Z in the most iconic way. At number 7, we have Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds. Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds first met and became good friends when they were filming Green Lantern. Jump to a year later, the pair would officially start dating in 2011, and then they would be married by 2012 despite being 11 years apart. Since the couple has been married, they have been making us all wish we could all find love like them, as their marriage seems like it came straight out of a Disney fairy tale. The couple has 3 daughters, and fun fact, did you know their youngest daughter is named Betty based on the lyrics of a Taylor Swift song, who actually happens to be close friends to the couple. Either way, Blake and Ryan have taught us it's okay to date someone older or younger as long as you're happy, and that's all that truly matters. At number 6, Nick Jonas and Priyanka. Nick Jonas and Priyanka have shattered stereotypes related to age gaps when they initially started dating and later got married. Despite the duo being 10 years apart, neither of the two have been bothered by it. Both Nick and Priyanka have shattered stereotypes by embracing their age gap wholeheartedly. Priyanka definitely likes to tease Nick about the age gap, however, she knows it has led to the success within their marriage. Nick has shown her how to use TikTok, and she's taught him about what a successful acting career actually looks like. Priyanka has also gone on to say, "I'm from India, a country rich in culture, in music, in entertainment, so clearly the Jonas Brothers didn't make it over there. However, we seriously can't get over how cute it is to see these two support each other and grow their family."
Number 5, Selena Gomez and Justin Bieber. J. Biebs and Selena were Hollywood's young golden couple when they first got together in 2009 after being introduced by their managers, following an interview with Justin where he admitted that Gomez was his celebrity crush. It appeared that the feeling was mutual though, as later on that year on New Year's Eve, Justin appeared in Las Vegas serenading Gomez with his song One Less Lonely Girl, and cuddling up as he did it. Initially though, it seemed like Justin was simply viewed as her best friend, seeing as she once said that she felt like Justin's big sister. Well, in 2010, they were spotted together on a date, and the rest is media storm history. Their relationship became the talk of the town. He even rented out the Staples Center just so the two of them could be alone together on a date. Despite the romantic gestures, Bieber had reportedly started cheating on Selena, and they split. But Gomez is a forgiving type, and the pair have continuously been on and off again for nearly a decade. At one point, they even got back together and moved into the same apartment, only to break up again. Like, immediately. Do you guys know how hard it is to rent a U-Haul these days? Number 4. Miley Cyrus and Liam Hemsworth. Miley admitted to dating her co-star from the film The Last Song in 2010, but the romance has been anything but picturesque. In June of that same year, Miley denied rumors that there had been a split taking place between the pair, but in August, the rumors had been confirmed. The couple was quietly on and off again a few more times before publicly announcing their reconciliation in April 2011. And in 2012, they were engaged, and all seemed to be back on track. But the bad news came in like a wrecking ball as the reports began surfacing of Liam Hemsworth cheating on Miley. Within a few months of the engagement, they announced that the couple had called the wedding off and has since maintained an air of secrecy about their exact relationship. But we have to wonder, does she still got that ring though? Number 3. Courtney Kardashian and Scott Disick. Keeping Up with the Kardashians is a historical series in the world of reality television. For over a decade, fans have been able to watch the family grow, both literally and figuratively, with the addition of friends, family, and in this case, lovers. Scott and Courtney's story began where all fairy tale relationships begin, at a famous friend's house in Mexico. In 2006, the pair attended a mutual friend's party at his home in Mexico. A photo from that night shows the two sitting together but nowhere near each other. Disick recounts liking Courtney almost immediately, but that she wanted absolutely nothing to do with him. But something must have changed in between A and B, as the two appeared as a couple on the series premiere of the reality show in 2007. At first, the family was standoffish, claiming that Scott was immature and that his loyalty meant absolutely nothing. Kris Jenner, Courtney's mom, even said in one episode that she knew Scott was cheating on her daughter. She just wasn't sure how to go about the situation. Now, Disick denies those claims and reaffirmed his love for Courtney until he couldn't deny any longer because his sisters, Kim and Chloe, found a series of text messages on an old phone to someone named My Wife. The text revealed he had cheated on her while the family was staying in the Hamptons, and Kim was furious for like a second. A year later, she would announce that the pair were expecting their first child together, seemingly making the whole cheating ordeal water under the bridge. But it didn't stop. Over the years, the couple has split and healed over and over and over, time and time and again, and at one point, Disick even entered rehab with the support of Courtney, and he still cheated on her. In 2015, another round of allegations came out, and they split, only to get back together again, and then split, and then get back together again. And now they have 3 kids, and have been doing a good job as co-parents. But with Courtney now married to a musician, Travis Barker, we've got to wonder, is she gonna pull a Scott on this man? Number 2, Gigi Hadid and Zayn Malik. In 2015, Gigi Hadid had just split up with boy band singer Joe Jonas and was on the search for a new man that she found in the form of Zayn Malik, a boy band singer. The One Direction singer took an interest in Hadid after standing in on a photo shoot that she was involved with. They spent a lot of time together and became very close. So close, in fact, that in 2016, Zayn would confirm that Gigi was in fact his current girlfriend. They made their first public appearance together at that year's Met Gala, cosplaying as a cyborg knight and the evil witch who rules the land. And not long after, the couple split, only to get back together 5 days later. 5 days. Seemingly back without problems, the couple continued to post lavish lifestyle pics and all seemed well until March in 2018, when the couple announced that they would once again be taking a break. But then the next month they got back together, and then a month after that they broke up again. Do you see the pattern here, guys? Take the hint, okay? The universe is clearly telling you something. Number 1, Charlie Sheen and Brooke Mueller. For those who don't know, Charlie Sheen is an actor. You may recognize his face from the show 2.5 Men, as well as his performance in the much-loved Scary Movie franchise. After he met Brooke Mueller, his life would forever be changed. The two got married in May 2008, and Mueller gave birth to a set of twin sons the following year. The couple seemed happy, and family life was on the horizon, until the couple got into a heated dispute in Aspen in 2009, and Charlie got handcuffed. He was charged with felony menacing, as well as third-degree assault charges and criminal mischief. Now, most of the charges were dismissed, and Sheen pleaded guilty to misdemeanor assault, so he received a sentence that included rehab, probation, and anger management. The couple filed for a divorce, but that certainly wasn't the end of their public fiascos, as they were constantly seen canoodling together and being romantic, despite the fact that Mueller was herself in and out of rehab as well. Way to define long distance, guys, and toxic.
Stephen Amell and his wife Cassandra Jean have been married since 2012, but things got a little ugly for the couple when they had an altercation on a Delta flight from Austin to Los Angeles that ended up with the actor having to be removed from the flight. Now, according to a report, Amell was screaming at his wife on the plane and appeared to be intoxicated when a flight attendant asked him to calm down several times. However, the actor had to be removed from the flight by an air marshal and 3 flight attendants who escorted him off the plane, while his wife remained on the flight bound for LA. With the incident made public, Amell felt the need to tell his fans what happened on Twitter, saying that he let his emotions get the better of him. My wife and I got into an argument Monday afternoon on a Delta flight from Austin to LA. I was asked to lower my voice and I did. Approximately 10 minutes later, I was asked to leave the flight and I did so immediately. I was not forcibly removed. He said, also adding, I rebooked myself on a Southwest flight 2 hours later and traveled home without any further issue. I let my emotions get the better of me, end of story. Must be a slow news cycle. Nicholas Hoult and Jennifer Lawrence found love when they co-starred in the X-Men movie series. Now, the pair, who split in 2014 after dating for nearly 5 years, were once spotted having a rough moment during a dinner. According to reports, the former couple was at a restaurant together when they started arguing. Witnesses claim that the actress was upset about something and even threw her her hands into the air. Now Nicholas seemingly also grew frustrated as he started shouting. Jennifer apparently had enough with him as he then stormed out of the restaurant. Jessie Nelson and her then fiance Jake Roche arrived together at the album release party for Little Mix's Get Weird album. They were supposed to be in a celebratory spirit for the event, but things took a turn as it ended up with Jessie crying. It was said the pair were caught on camera having a huge fight before Jake stormed out. Now as for Jessie, she broke down in tears, ruining her makeup that ran down her face. While it remains to be seen what caused the fight at the time, the couple later announced their split as Jake wasn't ready to have a child. But wow, did he really have to start something with her on the day of an important event? Now John Mayer and Jessica Simpson were together for a year in 2006 and kept fans guessing on their on-again, off-again relationship. Now their dysfunctional ways were exposed while they were on vacation in Cabo San Lucas, Mexico. By the looks of the pictures captured by the paparazzi, Jessica was so over him. Shortly after the pictures surfaced, news broke out that the couple had called things off. Now to add insult to injury, it was confirmed that they had actually broken up in these photographs. An insider confirmed this to People, saying they broke up Sunday night, but who knows what the future will hold. This is the 12th time they've broken up. Their relationship is volatile. Last week they felt better than ever, this week things are rocky, who knows what the future will bring. Now a friend of John added their 2 cents about what went wrong by saying every relationship has its differences, but with Jessica and John, those differences were starting to become more and more apparent. Courtney Kardashian and Scott Disick have had many fights throughout the years, and a lot were caught on camera for keeping up with the Kardashians. Although they usually fought in the privacy of their own homes, there were multiple instances where they fought out in public, like when they were having lunch in Miami. Now the pair only had 2 kids at the time, Mason and Penelope, and these parents weren't seeing eye to eye. Although the drama was revealed to be filmed for an episode of Keeping Up with the Kardashians, so it's up to you to decide whether it was staged or not, but Scott could be seen waving his hands in the air and even pointing at Courtney. Yet Courtney just laughed and seemed to shrug off his complaints. Now the tension continued until they finished their meal and left the restaurant. Now at the time, Courtney and Scott were going through a rocky patch in their relationship, as an insider close to Scott told the Daily Mail that he was on a downward spiral and more of a mess than I've ever seen him. Now the insider also claimed that it was Khloe who stepped in to tell Courtney that her partner was drinking again. Now the famous duo have since broken up and still very much co-parent their 3 children together.
Next up, we have Scott Disick and Kourtney Kardashian. Kardashian and Disick first met in 2006 at a party thrown by Girls Gone Wild creator Joe Francis in Mexico. Apparently, Kardashian wasn't really into Scott at first, saying, quote, "I just thought he was so annoying," she explained during an episode of Keeping Up with the Kardashians. "He was 4 years younger than me, he lived in New York, he didn't have a job." The couple's early stages of their relationship were captured during the earlier seasons of the reality show, and they seem to be going strong. However, Disick's substance use, heavy partying, and drinking seemed to draw issues in his relationship with Kourtney. The couple broke up in 2015 after Scott is photographed with Los Angeles stylist Chloe Bartoli. However, the two eventually get back together in December 2016, with a source telling E! News that, quote, "They are getting back together and giving their relationship a try again. Scott has mellowed out a lot and has not been partying." By February 2017, Disick and Kardashian have broken up again after Disick is caught cozying up with 2 models in Miami. Next up, we have another Kardashian couple, the more famous one, of course, Kim and Kanye. Fans of the pair will know that over the course of their almost 7-year-long marriage, during which they had 4 children, North, Saint, Chicago, and Som, Kim and Kanye, aka Kimye, established a strong legacy as one of the world's biggest and most appealing celebrity couples ever. But their marriage was simultaneously one filled with arguments and moments of turbulence, many of which were documented across Keeping Up with the Kardashians. After their divorce in 2021, Kanye has done some tabloid-worthy things surrounding their past relationship. After the gold digger artist made headlines for wearing a very controversial shirt during his Yeezy presentation at Paris Fashion Week, Kanye took to Instagram to question the backlash against him and to double down on his previous claims that the Kardashian family kept him from attending Chicago's birthday party that January. "So why did everybody feel so free to attack me about my t-shirt?" he says. "But Candace Owens was the only public figure to say that it was wrong for the Kardashians to keep me from seeing my daughter," West wrote via social media, referring to his previous claims that in January, when he alleged the Kardashians Kardashians would not allow him to attend Chicago's birthday party. Or we just chime in when we want to tear a black man down for actually having a political opinion, he continues. And for all the audience to be so outraged about my t-shirt, where was you when I couldn't see my kids? I went public in hope of public support at the time, he says. Kardashians, for their part, have repeatedly denied Kanye's claims about Chicago's birthday after Khloe commented on Kanye's post begging him to, quote, please stop tearing Kimberly down, adding she and her family have had enough of the false birthday narrative. Kanye hit back to her with an all-caps response, quote, you are lying and are liars, y'all basically kidnapped Chicago on her birthday so she could remember her father not being there. Next up, we have Machine Gun Kelly and Megan Fox. Started off their relationship by being co-workers, but it quickly evolved into something more romantic. Fox and Kelly, whose real name is Colson Baker, met on the set of Midnight in the Switchgrass in March 2020. The couple raised eyebrows in February 2021 when the rapper revealed he wears a necklace with Megan's blood in it around his neck. 3 months later, Kelly explained why that gift means so much to him while appearing on The Ellen Show. Quote, well, she was actually going out of town to film a movie. This was really new in our relationship, he explains. I didn't have a passport, so she was going out to Bulgaria, and I was kind of freaking out, like, you're gonna leave and I can't even come see you? As a result, Megan gave him the pendant, which he carries with him when he isn't wearing it around his neck. Some people give like a handkerchief to their partner. She gave me her DNA, he added. In 2023, Megan sparked split speculation when she scrubbed Kelly from her Instagram and posted a series of pictures. A video of letters burning with a caption from Beyonce's infamous Lemonade album. The post came the same weekend the twosome attended several Super Bowl events, but according to a source, the actress ditched their plans after a, quote, huge fight. She also deactivated her social media profile. She was supposed to go to his performance at the Sports Illustrated party, but they had a fight and she canceled plans and flew out Saturday evening, the insider told us. Oh, us. Despite the drama, a source told Us Weekly that Fox and Kelly were still together. They both have a very intense relationship and they are very passionate people. That combination can sometimes explode and they love hard but also fight hard, the insider explains. It is really a communication issue that they need to work through, and that is why they are going to counseling. The source continued, Machine Gun Kelly feels conflicted about partying like a rock star and enjoying this exciting time in his life instead of settling down. Megan has passed this partying phase of life, and that's why they're at different stages. That is the real reason why they're struggling at the moment.
It seems like Megan Fox and Machine Gun Kelly, or MGK, might have some secrets that they are working through consistently. I feel like they're always having some issues that they have to work through. This couple has seen some major highs and major lows throughout the years, and I think a big part of why so many people have strong feelings about them is because a lot of people just don't like the two of them together. I think a lot of people just don't like MGK for Megan. Most people think Megan kind of like downgraded, I guess, when she went for him, but to Megan, she said she felt an instant connection with Colson Baker, MGK's legal name, when the two of them met on a film set where they were working together. Megan is super into astrology, and she just basically felt that on an astrological level, they were in essence destined to basically be soulmates. She has said that despite what the future holds for their relationship, she will always feel a draw to MGK, as she sees the two of them as being each half of one single soul, saying that they are basically twin souls, and as such, she'll just always be tethered to him in some way. Harry Styles ended up creating some drama both on set and in the life of Olivia Wilde. And Olivia Wilde also obviously has her part for creating that drama. It was rumored that they got together on the set of Don't Worry Darling when Olivia was still married. She apparently kept her longtime fiance and father of her children, Jason Sudeikis, away from the set, citing COVID as her reasoning, as he usually would visit her at set. But some think that she actually wanted to do this because she just wanted to hide her infidelity from him. However, this is all speculation, but what we do know is less than a year after meeting on set, Olivia and Harry attended a wedding together as one another's dates in 2021, going public public with their relationship. It was a dramatic relationship and would ultimately result in Olivia separating from Jason, who she shares 2 children with, and with Jason serving her court papers regarding the custody of their children while she was in the process of presenting Don't Worry Darling at CinemaCon in 2022. Very dramatic. Needless to say, the pressure was probably too much for Harry and Olivia, whose relationship ended in late 2022, less than 2 years after they went public. Hearing Rihanna talk about how she felt after it was revealed that she was mistreated by Chris Brown was interesting and honestly somewhat hard for me to hear. Rihanna went on to say that after it was made public what Chris had done to her, she kind of felt this weird feeling. She felt kind of like bad for him and actually wanted to be there for him and console him. While she understood, of course, what he had done was wrong and bad, and she condemned that in her mind, she also felt he didn't deserve to lose his entire career and weirdly felt some shame and guilt in regards to being a part of that and wanted to like be there for him through it, even though she was like, it's really weird. You feel this really weird sort of 2 sides. This is also something a lot of folks feel in relationships of that nature, victim blaming themselves even, so it's as weird as it is weirdly common. Is this next relationship the most toxic of all time in the celebrity world? I'm not sure, but if it's not, it's at least like gotta be really high up there on the list. This relationship happened between Johnny Depp and Amber Heard. Yeah, we're talking about that relationship. We all know it because most of us were probably keeping up with the legal battle between them and later found ourselves completely enthralled and somewhat consumed by the dramatic court case that unfolded between these two. I think the court case stands for itself, and if you're not familiar with it, you can go check it out. It's all out there for you. Oh boy, I would hate to be in a case like that. It's like so much of what happened between you is public, and you're also just firing shots back and forth at each other. Crazy. This next one was toxic because of the speculation surrounding the relationship and exactly when it really started. We're talking about Kylie Jenner and her first long-term relationship with Tyga. What was so controversial about this? Because Tyga was so much older than Kylie. That's a lot of the controversy here. These two met in 2011 but denied that they started seeing one another at that time. In fact, they even claimed that when they appeared to be closer 3 years later, with Tyga even throwing a birthday party for Kylie's 17th, that they were not dating at that time. This is despite the fact that Tyga shortly thereafter would get Kylie's name tattooed on him and also end up buying her an expensive car. Oh, and he also called off his engagement to the mother of his child, Blac Chyna, which happened reportedly days after he threw Kylie her birthday party. However, Tyga still insisted that he hadn't left his fiancée for Kylie, saying that that would be ridiculous, but for many this doesn't seem too ridiculous considering everything else that was going on at the time and the fact that the two did end up later dating for 2 years. So
Number 6. Tommy Lee and Pamela Anderson. This bad romance started in the early 1990s when the two first met at a nightclub, and 6 weeks later they flew to Cancun for a weekend getaway of wholesome family fun, I'm sure, only to be married to each other 96 hours later. Their romance quickly soured, however, when they returned to California to find that a scorned electrician, Rand Gunther, who had recently been fired from a job working for Lee, had procured a certain tape. This tape showed the couple being intimate together and he wanted them to pay. Anderson and Lee filed a $10 million lawsuit to attempt to prevent the tape from being published, but the suit was eventually dropped. The couple have come clean in interviews saying that not being able to do anything about the tape was adding way too much stress and frustration to their relationship, and the couple called it quits in 1998. They were on and off over the years, with Anderson even briefly being married to musician Kid Rock in 2007 and Rick Solomon, who was a champion poker player, in 2008. Pam and Tommy would eventually get back together towards the end of 2008, but even moving the family back in with Tommy wasn't enough, because the reunion was very short-lived, as the couple would call it quits for good about 2 years later.
At number 5, Nikki Reed and Ian Somerhalder. Nikki Reed and Ian Somerhalder didn't waste any time before taking the next step in their relationship despite having a 10-year age gap. Just 6 months after they started dating, the two would get engaged in January 2015 and would get married in April of 2015. While both had no idea if they were doing it right, they definitely both woke up every day to choose each other. Over the years, the two have done a lot. They've laughed a lot, they've continued to cheer each other on, and they've shown us what a true support system looks like. Since getting together, this couple has continued to show us their love for each other every chance they get. Their endless smiles, family, and reflection have shown age is just a number and it isn't going to stop them from loving each other. And number 4, Aaron Taylor Johnson and Sam Taylor Johnson. Actor Aaron Taylor Johnson and director Sam Taylor Johnson have been together for more than a decade. However, despite having a 23-year age gap, it's never stopped the pair from speaking about their long-lasting romance in various interviews. No one knows the exact age they both were when they first met. However, publications have claimed that he was 19 and she was 42 years old when he auditioned for her. Aaron has even told Harper Bazaar that he still remembers how Sam looked at that first audition when he said, "I knew exactly what she was wearing. This white shirt that she still has that I love. It definitely changed my life, though not in the way I expected." The couple has also never been scared to talk about their age gap, as Aaron has also spoken about it when speaking to Telegraph UK in 2015, when he said, "When I met Sam, I'd already lived a life far beyond most of my contemporaries. I didn't relate to anyone my age. I just feel we're on the same wavelength." At number 3, we have Amber Tamblyn and David Cross. David Cross and his wife Amber Tamblyn have been married since 2012, but the comedian has admitted that he was hesitant to get with the actress at first due to their 19-year age gap. David has even admitted that during the couple's first on-stage appearance at the 2012 comedy show in New York, that he was really unsure if it was okay to even make the first move. He would even then tell HuffPost that "I was slow to make any moves because of our age difference, and also because she was a fan." Amber immediately responded by joking by saying, "If anyone's wondering, I'm 14. At number 2, we have Katharine McPhee and David Foster. Grammy winner David Foster knows there's been plenty of chatter when it comes to his 35-year age gap between him and his wife, Katharine McPhee. However, both have gone on to pay no mind to it. David even went to tell people that "People always make reference with Kat and I with the age difference, but I've always said there's so many things that can bring a marriage down. And age difference is just one of them. There's so many things that can go wrong. We think we have it pretty together." Now, fans were definitely super shocked to see Katharine and David when they first got together, despite some major backlash and criticism the two have faced since getting together due to their massive age gap. The couple has remained classy and has taken it all in stride. At number 1, we have Rosie Huntington and Jason Statham. Rosie Huntington and Jason Statham are definitely in it for the long haul, as the couple has been together for more than a decade despite their 20-year age difference. While some people have raised their eyebrows since the two got together, both don't seem to be bothered by the age gap, as Rosie has even said, "Age is nothing but a number." Rosie and Jason have been best mates since they first met. They laugh, and Jason has created a relationship that she's never experienced in prior relationships. Since 2010, the pair have often showcased their relationship in the public eye and have been proving that they are made for each other, even if there is a 20-year age gap between them. Both seem to be really good for each other and happy, and we all look forward to seeing where the relationship takes them.
Period of time, I'm pretty sure I couldn't search for football scores or news without seeing anything about Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift. And this made many fans, I should specify and say football fans, mad because there were so many comments about how she's just using him for a new album. But the majority were mad that too many broadcasters were mentioning Taylor Swift and would cut away to the game, which made them feel like it was destroying it. I don't know, I don't really watch football. Chris, the producer, what do you think about this?
Actually, I don't watch football.
Oh, well, you can let us know if you watch football, but besides all that, her fans seem to be very happy for her, as they've been sharing clips of him attending her shows, and according to both their families, they've never seen them happier. Have you ever seen that girl who went viral for dressing up as Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce as a couple's costume years before they actually began dating, because that girl and her boyfriend should buy a lottery ticket? Have you ever adopted a child and years later decided to marry them? Yeah, it's weird, right? Because this is exactly what Woody Allen Allen's relationship with his own stepdaughter is like. In fact, he ended his 10-year affiliation with his wife at the time, actor Mia Farrow, in order to pursue his relationship with Soon Yi, which is his adopted daughter. I don't understand how this is allowed, but I don't know, it might just be me. They even appeared on red carpet events together, hand in hand, and if you don't know the story between them, you would assume there is nothing wrong, but the other adopted siblings have claimed disgusting acts Woody allegedly did to them. Definitely a hated celebrity couple, and personally, I think it's a good reason. Anyways, I always see things on my social media that I simply don't care about, and that includes Jada Pinkett Smith and her relationship with Will Smith. And although Jada seems to be what many point their finger towards, calling her a narcissist who overshares information that should be kept private. Whoa, sorry Will, I'll make sure to keep her name out of my mouth once she stops oversharing information that we didn't ask for. But they have ultimately grown as a couple. Many can't stand it, and those who once supported him have even given up on him because of his wife. I mean, the two even had a school back in 2008 called New Village Leadership Academy, which taught curriculum with a technique called study technology, which is a method devised by L. Ron Hubbard, who is the founder of the cult or religion Scientology. But yeah, the couple has been criticized for everything from their relationship to red table talk and their parenting, and of course the Oscars slap. One couple I definitely did not see coming was the romance between Kylie Jenner and Timothée Chalamet. The two, who seem to be complete opposites, have been spending time together away from the spotlight, but of course not too far away, because there are photos of the two showing PDA, and this was just surprising to some, with one person asking if this was a prank. Another user wrote, "Tell me how I still don't believe Timothy and Kylie know each other despite there being video evidence now." Here, let's see a photo of the two side by side and see if it's really surprising or not. Oops, wrong one, I meant to show this one. They were kissing and everything, but I think no matter who Kylie dates, they will probably get hate for just being with her. Stormy baby, it looks like Timothy's your new stepfather. Moving on, imagine being with someone for 10 years and once you guys break up, they begin dating someone who you met as a child. Well, Vanessa Hudgens and Austin Butler were long-term lovers before ultimately splitting, which resulted in Austin dating supermodel Cindy Crawford's daughter, Kaya Gerber. She is much younger than Austin and was a fan of Vanessa back when High School Musical was released. Look at the difference. It's so crazy that they didn't know it back then, but both girls would end up dating the same man. And because of this, many have actually begun to have a lack of respect towards Austin. Alexa, play I Gotta Go My Own Way from High School Musical 2. Usually the royal family marries within, but Prince Harry had other thoughts as he married former Suits actress Meghan Markle. But since day one, they have gained a ton of hate, especially due to their public appearances and interviews speaking up against the royal family and making serious claims against them. But over the years, it appears the two have been going strong as they even welcomed a family of their own. But it doesn't seem like they have a very good relationship with the royals themselves, and there's even been videos of the public ignoring Meghan or not liking her.
Number 10. Pete Davidson and Kim Kardashian. One fateful night in October 2021, Kim Kardashian hosted Saturday Night Live and starred alongside Pete Davidson in a sketch parodying Aladdin. While the two may have played lovers on stage, even sharing a brief kiss during the scene, the romance continued long after the curtains were drawn, as Kim claimed the kiss gave her a little zing, and a month later her and Pete started being regularly seen together in public, and eventually revealing that they were in fact dating for about 9 months. They were traveling, they were shopping, and raising Northwest, Kim's daughter. Pete even got a tattoo at one point to show his loyalty to the family union, which sounds hardcore for some, but for Pete it's just another Tuesday. All of this is coming off the heels of Kim's recent divorce from rapper Kanye West, which left the three as targets of a media frenzy, and having every moment of their drama posted online for the world to see. After 9 months, the couple split and Pete started dating someone new, but that didn't last very long, as at this year's Met Gala, Kim and Pete had a reunion on the red carpet, and Pete was reportedly seen staring longingly into Kim's eyes as they spoke about their feelings, and he spoke about nothing but vibes between the two. That's cute. But these two getting back together is definitely in the near future. Here's hoping that it's 10 months this time. Number 6. MGK and Megan Fox. Megan and Machine first met in March 2020 on the set of the indie thriller Midnight in Switchgrass. The production was shut down after 2 weeks because of, you know, the world at the time, but long after the camera was cut, the two were still keeping in touch, spending a majority of their downtime together and developing a solid relationship, sort of. You see, Megan was technically married at the time to her husband of 10 years, Brian Austin Green, but was quarantining separately from him. Green posted on Instagram 3 days after Megan's birthday that the pair had in in fact been on a break since December of 2019. Their relationship had been rocky from the get-go, being married and divorced twice in 10 years, but that rocky road seemed to lead to MGK as well, as the pair got engaged just under 2 years after meeting. But things took a dramatic turn for the worst in February 2023 when over Super Bowl weekend, Fox suddenly unfollowed MGK's social medias and removed almost all of the photos of them together. She also posted on Instagram, quoting a Beyonce lyric, "You can taste the dishonesty, it's all over your breath," from the artist's 2016 Lemonade song, Pray You Catch Me. Many fans began speculating that there may have been some kind of cheating situation, or that the pair were simply about to split up and never look back, but Fox eventually deleted her post and revealed to insiders that the pair had a fight over the weekend that left them questioning the relationship. The pair are still very much on and off in terms of their relationship, and while they keep in touch and are still trying to work things out, Megan has stopped wearing her engagement ring. So that can't be a great sign. Number 8. Shawn Mendes and Camila Cabello. The pair first met in 2014 when Cabello, a member of the group Fifth Harmony, and Shawn Mendes were opening acts for singer Austin Mahone on his tour. They were often seen backstage engaging in intimate conversations, with Cabello claiming that Mendes was one of the only people on that tour that would ever actually come up and say hi to her. Following the tour, the pair kept in touch, sparking relationship rumors that would continue for about 4 years. They would often post videos of themselves covering love songs together, as well as several photos suggesting that they were always going on excursions or just spending a lot of their free time together. But it wasn't until 2019 that the pair would be spotted by TMZ holding hands and kissing in public at a 4th of July party, and the confirmation was clear. They were inseparable for almost 2 years, posting hundreds of photos of their adventures together and an excess amount of PDA as well. Like, guys, calm down. When suddenly in November 2021, the couple announced that they would be ending their romantic relationship, but that their love for each other as humans was stronger than ever. Okay, whatever that means. 3 months later, Camila revealed the breakup was the result of shifting priorities professionally, but maybe a little breather was all they needed, since at Coachella in 2023, they were seen making out, seemingly back together, or possibly stirring a toxic pot of getting back with your ex when you know it's a bad idea. Like don't do it. Just don't do it.